Hey guys, what's going on? It's Walt, aka TMR, and I'm bringing you today our Real Military Tactics in Battlefield 4 series, today focusing on near and far ambushes on vehicles. And what I do with this series, guys, is I consult with real veterans that I've met either on deployment or back in the rear in my reserve unit, as well as using my experience and my military training to go ahead and talk about how we can kind of apply some of these mechanics in game. So we're keeping it basic and keeping it light, again, just focusing on the engagement of vehicles today. Now, the near ambush is going to rely on your close range abilities to really just engage the enemy with maximum firepower, overwhelm them, and then generate a lot of casualties out of them kind of panicking and not really knowing how to react. Typically, this is simply countered by an assault directly through whoever ambushed you. There's other tactics as well, and any infantry guys or anyone that knows of some of these, feel free to leave some basic descriptions in the comments below. But what you see here is that I just kind of use the ability to engage them close up, and I use my squad's firepower abilities to really just help me in engaging these enemies and destroying these targets. Because I'm using cover and concealment most of the time, sometimes I'm reckless like this right here, but because I'm using cover and concealment, it allows me to have a quick getaway, turn around, lure these guys into my squad like you're about to see, or just stay safe. So this is something that I found has been pretty easy, pretty basic. People don't really know how to respond to this kind of simple type of thinking in this game because people are expecting RPGs to kind of just stand in the middle of the road like I did earlier there and just kind of keep shooting them until they get blown up. And I don't know if that's maybe because PS3 players are more or less skilled. I don't know what the particular deal is with that, but they are just kind of expecting people to act in a certain way. Now, what you're going to see me do here is engage in an enemy tank. Now, what surprises me is that I didn't anticipate the dismounts coming out, and I should have paid a little more attention to the minimap. But what I do is I see this, I throw the frag grenade to help give them a little bit of suppression, keep them off of me, and then I go ahead and just kind of look around the corner. And it's not the best example, and I apologize for that, guys. It's a lot of filming, and I had a lot of video glitches today. But I go ahead and just use that to go ahead and pick them off around that corner, and my squad worked with me to successfully ambush that enemy vehicle and really just take it out and have a good time. Now, what's important with these near ambushes, again, is that overwhelming firepower, so you're going to want to really think about the other weapons that are being used in addition to the RPG you're seeing a lot of today, and what is that going to take for you? Do you want to use an LMG up close? That's good. That's okay. You can in this game. But do you want to use maybe the PDWs? Do you want to use carbines? What do you want to use? You want to be thinking about things like that for how you're going to engage dismounts, but you also want to pay attention to how the enemy is behaving, whether or not they stay in the vehicles, if they get out and fight, if they try to shoot you from the turret, etc., and then change your loadouts accordingly to what you need. So again, the hand grenade thing, I can't implore this enough. This is how you're going to really decide the distance at which you want to engage, because those hand grenades are going to be really helpful for dealing with dismounts, so just keep that in mind. So for long ambushes, guys, these are outside of that kind of hand grenade range. You're going to be utilizing, a spotter, and you're going to go ahead and use that spotter to your advantage, have them call out targets, mark them, let you know when they're coming up, and all of that fun jazz. Now, you're going to need weapons that engage from a further distance, and your spotter is going to be recon class. So immediately what that means for you is that your spotter, if he can't use sniping weapons to deal with those enemy dismounts, he's going to need to go ahead and pull out, say, a DMR, or find a way to pick up an LMG or something to that effect, so that way he can reliably do damage on these guys with some sense of accuracy at longer ranges. You see me here, I got a little bit reckless. I'm just having a little bit of fun. I know I've caught a lot of flack for that, for having a little bit of fun. But anyway, you see here, again, it's a very basic thing. Your recon guy uses his binoculars, calls out the target, you shoot it, it explodes, you get that mobility hit, you have a good time. Because as soon as that mobility's hit, they don't have a whole lot of options, because they'll kind of slow down a lot, and you can do a lot. This isn't necessarily, again, how it works in real life at all, but this is just applying maybe some military thinking and tactics, and this is a little more on the insurgency side of things, and I feel, the only reason I feel that way in particular is because I get to use an RPG-7. I feel like I'm playing that terrorist or whatever that got banned in, was it Medal of Honor? Anyway. Like I said, you guys are just want to be focusing on engaging this, and then when someone comes up on your position, lay them to waste, because you are now successful at ambushing, and this has been our episode of Battlefield 4 Real Military Tactics. Peace.